I've never worked with kids before, and it was really fun and wholesome. It was great to see them express themselves and how individual they all were, because I think, yeah, for me, a lot of my art probably is evocative of childhood and the things I liked as a child, because I think that's the age when you're most encouraged to embrace your imagination, and I think a lot of us spend the rest of our lives trying to like get that back. So I'm always drawn to symbols and imagery and processes that remind me of making things as a kid, and that's why I love glitter and dragons and shiny things. And so I think working with kids was like actually really cool to connect back with probably a subconscious inspiration.
I can make paper.
You can make new paper from the old paper that you didn't want.
Instead of throwing clothes in the bin when you can't use them, we upcycle them and make them look more fun if you like them, make them the way you like.
The thing I enjoyed the most is the spray paint, because I liked making the stuff with different colours.
I don't like put my clothes in the bin. I will just like maybe donate them to people and tell them what's your favourite colour, so I can then make them, upcycle them and then give it to them.
I enjoyed decorating our clothes, and then at the end we see how it went.
The reason I do upcycling in my business is just because there's so much stuff in the world that seems like it's in excess and we don't need more of it, and the only reason we consume so much is to make profits for certain people, so it just makes sense to use what we've already got. The best thing has been just seeing the kids really enjoy it, and it was really fulfilling in a way that I've actually not experienced in my practice.
What we're going to try and do today is we're going to try and piece together all the stories of these different objects. I'm Adam Sadiq. I run a studio called Ecosystem 2 in Liverpool, and we work with mapping, we work with data and web technologies. We try and help people understand geospatial information from different parts of the world and data, and in this case we were working with young people to create a learning experience about supply chains. For Contained Joy, we made a work called Supply Webs, which was an interactive map tracing supply chains. And the map was controlled by conductive tape, so whenever you touched an object, it would fly you to a different part of the world, and you could see the journey from the base materials through to the end of life of the product. And because we were working with 9 to 10-year-olds, we chose objects that they might have an affinity with, things like fidget toys, squishmallow plush toys, footballs and iPhones, and we tried to trace the supply chain journeys of those. What are you trying to find?
To create the work, there was a lot of research involved in trying to trace what the supply chains were, so there's not a lot of transparency around that. So we did a lot of work trying to find out factual information. For instance, something like a squishmallow, which is made from spandex and polyester. A lot of Chinese products that contain crude oil, they come from the West Siberian oil basin in Russia. So we had to do a lot of research to kind of find that out and give that to the young people to work with. Our intention for the work was to make it in conversation with the young people, so we let them organise themselves into teams, choose the objects that they wanted to work with, and then they were tasked with creating their own scripts.
I am made of plastic and rubber.
So their own ad-libs to tell the stories of the supply chains. They had to assemble bits of information and do research and found out where the objects came from, and that allowed them to travel across different continents and parts of the world, so from like Chile, India, South Africa, back to their school, and then to understand what happened to the products after they were finished with them.
Life of the iPhone by the iPhone Gang.
Hello, I am a phone. Kids like to do texting with me.
I am made of bauxite and lithium. Bauxite comes from India.
Oh wow, what's that say? Eat, sleep, recycle? Okay, excellent. My arts practice is more engagement, community, participatory around environmental and biodiversity issues. This project is a protest parade working with Trinity School, and it was born from the amount of litter that we see on the canal, Leeds-Liverpool Canal, and how much of that litter could actually have been recycled, which is practically like 90% of it. So it was like, how can we convey a message about litter and recycling And I thought the best way was to have a mini parade or a protest.
We will recycle. We will recycle. We will recycle. Recycle. We should recycle more because animals are in danger.
To make the world a better place. We should recycle more because all those animals go in danger and swan's life matter. When animals are in the water, it might get tangled against them and they might die. If we don't recycle, all the animals could be in serious danger.
It's important for us to listen to what kids have to say about their environment and what their issues are about litter and recycling and things, because they're the ones that are going to grow up with it. We might know what to do and when to do it, but they will have opinions about how they can help nature or the local environment and what they can do. The kids had come up with some really good slogans of their own, and so it was like a mishmash of slogans and protest things they'd heard in the past and how they could mix it in with their views and things like that.